So, should the Bruins trade for Chris Kreider? So, we've seen a lot of rumors about Kreider being moved. He has struggled in New York a bit, even though he scored a goal against the Florida Panthers recently. Kreider's been in numerous trade rumors, him and Zibanejad both. But I want to focus on Kreider here for a second. Would it make sense for the Boston Bruins to trade for a guy like Chris Kreider? The Bruins have been woefully terrible on the power play. And while Chris Kreider hasn't lived up to his usual standards, I think he'd be a nice addition to kind of jump a little bit of juice into that power play that's just looking downright terrible. Chris Kreider would give the Bruins what they've been missing since Patrice Bergeron. The Bruins have tried to put Lindholm in the bumper, and it's worked not as much as they'd want. That's why the power play is so terrible. And it makes me appreciate what Bergeron did do on that power play. Not saying he was Wayne Gretzky or Alexander Ovechkin. It was a goal every time, but Bergeron had very good scoring ability, and he was very, very good in that bumper spot. And Lindholm thus far just hasn't lived up to that expectation. Now, Kreider wouldn't probably score in that traditional sense, but he would give you a good net front presence that the Bruins are missing sorely. Kreider is known for his phenomenal hand-eye coordination, and I think with the Bruins kind of lacking that offensive punch, just having a guy sitting in front of the net and having defensemen shoot some wide shots or some low shots and getting Kreider redirected to get pucks in the back of the net could be something that really just helps out this anemic Bruins offense. Again, Bruins, not a terrible team, but they have offensive issues, and I think a guy like Kreider would make sense to alleviate some of them. Is he the fix-all to everything that's wrong with the Bruins offensively? No, but Kreider does have some good attributes that I think would, he'd look really good as Spoke B. And, you could talk about the whole storyline of him coming back home. He's only, 30 minutes away from the Garden where he grew up. The Bruins could make this work. Storylines aside, I think he'd be an improvement. You could trade a guy like Trent Frederick in a deal and have the Rangers have to retain half of his cap. Because that would be the main sticking point in this deal is Kreider does have a really good cap hit. I think it's $6.5 million. So you would have to at least have the Rangers retain half. Maybe you could work out a 3-team deal where you could get even more of that salary taken off. He's got a few more years left on his deal. And while you would trade up a guy like Frederick, in my opinion, who's younger, I think you get more scoring ability out of a guy like Kreider than you would ever get from Frederick, in my personal opinion. And Kreider would fix some issues on the special teams that Frederick could just not fix. But that's just kind of my opinion. I'd actually like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Do you believe Chris Kreider would be a nice fit on the Boston Bruins? Do you think the Bruins should trade for him? Do you think it's even realistic? Quick video I want to make on the boat. Let me know your thoughts. See you in the next one.